Well, hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. I'm first going to go ahead and make a really quick casserole. That way I can put it in the oven. Today is another one of those backwoods, how does she do that? And this is a series of videos where I share with you different things that I am doing that have to do with the old ways of living, or old-fashioned. I'm going to share with you that as I work on that garage, you would have seen a video, but we are still removing things out of that garage. I'm keeping that garage almost totally empty, except for putting wood in there. I found a whole bunch of cast iron, and today I'm going to season those cast irons the way that I know how to do it, and I hope you follow along with me. So I had a whole kinds of different things that I wanted to put together to make a casserole. I had some fresh chicken from the other day, and then I just recently froze some broccoli that I blanched that I got for 99 cents. Then I had these 2 cans of cream soup, and this is Campbell's. Now those of you who are wondering, yes, that is Campbell's soup. I don't generally buy that brand name. It's been in the news lately a little bit about Campbell's soup. So I am going to use them. I don't want to waste anything. The croutons turn into bread cubes when you put it in the oven. So it's a little bit like a chicken divine type of casserole. I just came up with it. And then it's going to go out into the wood fire, and that's how it's going to cook. Cooking with wood is something that is learned, and it doesn't happen overnight. I am still working on it and trying to get the right amount of wood for the right temperature. Now, because I'm working with cast iron first, and I need to get this really good and hot because we are going to cure the cast iron. And that means we are going to clean it, and we're going to put it into the hot fire, and that way it will make it like new again. These were the white cedar that we had left over from our wood ceiling project, and I added pretty much of it. I got the temperature up to 800 degrees, which was really hot. I wouldn't have needed to have it quite so hot, but it's lesson learned. I love this little pizza oven, and I use it quite regularly. Not in the middle of the summer though, because it's just so hot. I am going to be using a little bit of a fire starter that I had found, and let's get this fire going. Because these cast iron was in a really cold garage and it was not stored properly, there is some rust on them, and I'm going to go ahead and wash them and scrub them really well. Now generally you're not going to scrub them like this, but I had to just to get them really good and clean. And what I'm going to do is burn off all of the excess oil that is in them. Using the rain barrel really helps. We had a warmer day, so the rain barrel did thaw out and the snow has melted. So this was the perfect day now to get this finished. Now, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't going to be putting it into a hot fire right afterwards, but the hot fire is just going to really burn off anything that's been left on there. Like if you would have a little rust or you would have anything. I have not used some of this cast iron in 8 years. And generally, you really shouldn't be storing them in a cold, damp environment. And of course, I'm bringing them in the house when I'm done. That's one thing about going through all of the clutter that I have. I'm finding these things and I am trying to work on them and preserve them so I have them for a lifetime. And it's true about everything with clothing and everything that you have. If you take care of it, it will last you a lot longer. Boy, Tessie, you sure do get that thing hot and cooking. It was a little bit of a trick to get them in, but they fit in one at a time. All right, so we have the oven good and hot, and now I'm going to season all of them, which I'll just let them in the heat. I'm not sure how long, but long enough that it's going to really burn off anything that's on there. And then I'm going to take some coconut oil that I canned a couple years ago, and then we'll use that to season it. Then I'm going to take them and store them in the house and not in the garage, because I'm going to be using a lot of cast iron from here on out. So let's go ahead and just let that cook a while, and then we'll start working on the other ones. When the fire lowered its temperature out there, then I put the casserole in for 20 minutes. Pretty much everything was cooked. It was just to get everything good and hot. And everything is just so good. I had some sub rolls that I didn't know what to do with, and then I just made some very easy garlic bread with them. We're eating lunch, and then we'll go back out and we'll finish working on all of that cast iron. This system really worked well, except for one thing: it was so hot. I found a good pair of gloves that are thermo gloves. In other words, they were for, like, I don't know, they went up to 1,000 degrees. And as you can see, my fire was going really, really, really good. Almost too good. But I guess that's how you learn, right? You live and you learn. And I didn't need near that much white cedar. Now these are extremely hot, and so I wanted to be really careful how I touched them. But it worked out good, and I'm really glad I did it this way. I'm not sure how else I would have cured them. And now I'm going to go ahead and just drop some coconut oil in there. I'm just letting the coconut oil really melt, and then I will put it with a paper towel. It's one thing nice about having some paper towels. It really worked well because I used the paper towels to help just spread all of that coconut oil everywhere.